Gabby, the happy holiday girl. Who says you have to wait until certain times of the year to get to celebrate? When every day's a holiday, we can combat stress and have more opportunities to have fun with our friends and family. Come, celebrate with me, and together we can live a holiday life. Hey, what's going on, holiday lifers? It's your girl Gabby, and today is Opposite Day, a day completely dedicated toward everything silly, toward being a child again, and maybe just playing a couple jokes on the loved ones in your life. But of course, it's Opposite Day, so maybe you don't play the jokes. I don't quite know. It's for you to figure out. Nevertheless, it's dedicated toward everything completely fun. Maybe instead of eating oatmeal for breakfast today, you eat spaghetti. And maybe instead of eating that grilled steak for dinner, you eat a bowl of cereal. It's Opposite Day. Switch things up. Be a little bit crazy today. If you have kids, I know they'll love playing in on the action. And take the time, guys, to maybe instead of being mommy or daddy today, to go back to being Gabby or go back to being who you were whenever you were little. And today, let your kids be the adults and question you about being serious. Let them take care of some of their responsibilities today, Mom. You don't have to clean everything. Let them clean. You be a little kid and have fun. But maybe just for a little while, because, let's be honest, we do have to be responsible. But enjoy Opposite Day as much as you can. And while you contemplate the kinds of jokes you can play on your family and loved ones, let's not delay any further. Let's get into today's episode. As you all know, I love starting off our podcast with our quote of the day. And so today I thought I would give you a Bible verse, and it is this. It's Luke chapter 11, verse 11. And it is this. Which of you fathers, if your son asks for a fish, will give him a snake instead? Once again, Luke chapter 11, verse 11 says this. Which of you fathers, if your son asks for a fish, will give him a snake instead? And I like that. I chose that because in honor of Opposite Day, I thought that it was similar to the theme of today. Because the verse is implying who, if your child asks for something good, will give them something bad instead. And I like that because a lot of times whenever we pray and we come to the Lord or whoever you pray to, whenever we pray, we pray with fear because we think that if we ask for something good, we're crossing our fingers because we don't want something bad to come in return. And it's silly because Jesus is challenging that concept with this verse, and I love it. Who in all of our earthly humanity, if we have a child or a little one and they ask us for food, who's really going to give them a stone and say, hey, go eat this instead? Nobody's that cruel. I mean, I guess it's possible, but if you have a heart, you're not going to be cruel like that. And if we're not able to do that to our own children, what makes us think that if we ask for something that we're going to get something bad instead? And it's so funny because I completely get it. Sometimes life can wear us down to the point to where we've kind of gotten a series of bad breaks going on, and we're afraid to believe that there's anything good that's going to happen because we've had so much bad that we're afraid to let our guard down. And so on this Opposite Day, I challenge and encourage you to let your guard down, to know that God's not a trickster. He's not out to get you, even though our day is about having fun with tricks. God's not like that. God has no intention of fooling us to believe in the best and to give us the worst. So I thought I would give you that Bible verse as a way to stay encouraged that no matter what kind of tribulation maybe you're going through right now, whether it be at your office or in your family life or with your friends, don't be discouraged. Bad things don't last forever, and there's not another trick around the corner. There's actually good things if you choose to believe and hope for those good things. Sometimes it may take a little while. I won't make you believe that I haven't gone through my own series of bad things where it seems like only bad things are going to come. Actually, I went through this period of, goodness, it was a couple weeks where it felt like I just went through a lot of bad things, bad thing after bad thing after bad thing, to the point to where I was afraid of what was going to happen next. And I think that a lot of us went through similar things like that in 2020, and maybe even are still holding our breaths into 2021. But guys, I want to encourage you, you don't have to do that. Today, breathe a sigh of relief and know that whenever you ask for good things, we serve a good God, and you don't have to be afraid that he's going to trick you and give you something bad. So let go of that today and believe for the best. And now that I've hopefully given you a little bit of inspiration and positivity to start off your Monday morning, I thought I would include a little bit of our holiday trivia as well. Except for today, it's not a trivia question. Today, in honor of Opposite Day, we have all things riddle on my holiday trivia podcast. So here's a sample of that for you now. Riddle number 1 is a nursery rhyme riddle, and it goes like this. As I was going to St. Ives, I met a man with 7 wives. Each wife had 7 sacks. Each sack had 7 cats. Each cat had 7 kids. Kits, cats, sacks, and wives. How many were going to St. Ives? Once again, as I was going to St. Ives, I met a man with 7 wives. Each wife had 7 sacks. Each sack had 7 cats. Each cat had 7 kits, cats, sacks, and wives. How many were there going to St. Ives? Do you know the answer to that super old riddle? And the answer is 1. There's only 1 person going to St. Ives. It's kind of funny because riddles like that are challenging. They distract you with all the numbers, the people, you think you have to do math, but there's no indication that anyone else is going to St. Ives except for the man or woman included at the beginning of the riddle. That riddle actually began as a children's nursery rhyme with its first physical appearance dating back to 1730. It became more popular recently because of its resurgence in one of the Die Hard movies, Die Hard with a Vengeance, where Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson are asked to solve the riddle in 30 seconds before a bomb goes off. Super exciting. I don't know if I would have been able to do the riddle in 30 seconds. Maybe. I might have been smart enough to do it, but with the pressure of a bomb, I don't know. I may have panicked. Stay calm under pressure and solve your riddles, people. Guys, I like a good riddle. I don't know about you, but they're always so fun to think about. They kind of just tease our minds. And so, yeah, I hope you enjoyed that riddle for today. And now it's time for our fun fact of the day. Did you know that opposites happen all around our world? It is so funny, guys. So on the National Today website, it lists a couple of the opposite things that happen in different countries on various dates. And it's funny. So for Christmas in Japan, Christmas isn't like celebrated because that's not necessarily the predominant religion in Japan. But what's funny is as we're celebrating Christmas, Japanese people have a thing called KFC Dinner Day. That is so funny to think that on Christmas Day, people in Japan on the other side of the world are eating KFC. What in the world? Like, I'm always down for some fried chicken. KFC does not ever sound bad to me, but to think it's a whole day dedicated to KFC, that's really pretty funny. And for another fun Christmas oddity kind of celebration, in Hungary, instead of putting coal in a child's stocking if they're naughty, on December 6th, naughty children are visited by the antithesis of Santa Claus. They're actually visited by scary Krampus. That is so funny. So I guess parents find a way to scare their children into being well behaved. That is terrifying, guys. How do you know if you've been good or bad? I mean, what is the definition of bad? I thought that the coal thing was, it's enough. Or the whole elf on the shelf thing. I know some people do that as a way to keep their kids well behaved. But to know that in Hungary, if you are bad, you're going to get a visit from a scary guy, pretty much terrifying you into being a good child. I'm happy I wasn't that bad. I mean, I got my fair share of spankings whenever I was little, but I straightened up pretty quickly. Hopefully my children don't get misbehaved to where I need to schedule a Krampus to come and visit them. I'll make sure to keep them disciplined, guys. No Krampus around my house. And now it's time for our activity of the day. I had already alluded to switching up your meals today, guys. Instead of having maybe oatmeal or something for breakfast, switching it up and eating dinner. So take advantage of that. Now, I don't really want to eat spaghetti, but a good steak and eggs sounds bomb right now. I wish I had someone to make that for me. It would be more like me making it for everyone else. Nevertheless, steak and eggs sounds really good. So if you haven't already eaten breakfast, Make a quick grocery run and grab yourself a steak, put it on the grill if you have a George Foreman, and go to town. Chow down on a good meal this morning. Steak and eggs. Yes. So, what do you think? Do you hate opposite day? Love opposite day? Hate it or love it? It's for you to figure it out. Do you enjoy the day as much as I do? Head on over to aholidaylife.com now for more holiday fun. There you can sign up to receive a free monthly calendar full of fun holiday activities for every day. You can also leave me a voicemail of what you're doing to celebrate the holiday. You might be on my next episode. Also, if you like my podcast, please be sure to subscribe on Apple Podcast, Google Play, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast from. You can follow me on social media by using @AHolidayLife on Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest, and @AHolidayLife Podcast on Instagram. And for more holiday fun, head on over to my exclusive content holiday trivia podcast to give my trivia questions a shot. If you get 3 or more out of 5 questions correct, you're well on your way to becoming a holiday lifer. Until next time, keep celebrating the holidays, stay safe, and live a holiday life. I'll talk to you tomorrow.